Down on Main Street, as in Main Street, Montville, Queensland. And I found my way here on a rather wonderful Sunday afternoon, and I thought, what a great opportunity to do a walk and talk. This is one of the places that you really have to come and visit if you're going to be in the region of Australia called the Sunshine Coast. And this is quite a beautiful, beautiful mountain town. I came up a mountain road, if you will, coming up, and this is it. This is the main street here in Montville, and Montville is centrally placed on the Queensland Sunshine Coast, just 40 minutes from Noosa, 35 minutes to Mooloolaba, 35 minutes to Caloundra, 30 minutes to Maroochydore, as well as being just over 1 hour to Brisbane. It's 90 minutes to the CBD of Brisbane, and I'm going to just do a little walk and talk as I normally do. And just right over here you have just a wonderful little building. It is a clock shop, and I just visited the tourist information office, and she said, oh, you really should go see the clock shop. And here it is. Now, I don't know, I've got to be a little bit conscientious to throw in a 50-cent word about filming some of these galleries, if you will, because they can be rather protective of some of the products that they're selling. But you can see they've got the Black Forest Hill, Montville. That's the name of this, I would believe. The clock shop, established in 1993. Grandfather clocks, hand-carved cuckoo clocks, and they've got German articles. And just right next door, they actually have a coffee shop. A chocolate shop, I should say, as opposed to a coffee shop. There's no shortage of coffee shops here. But look at let you see the outside. And here they have all types of wonderful steins in the window, if you can see those. And over here on this window, they've got a nice painting. Now, I don't know if they will let me film in here, but we will see. Alright, as opposed to filming first and then asking for permission, I decided to go ahead and just ask for permission. And the wonderful owner was kind enough to let me share all of this with you. Will you look at all of this beautiful, beautiful clocks? Just gorgeous. You know, if you're going to take something home with yourself as a souvenir, this sure would be a nice thing to take with you. No shortage of cuckoo clocks here and just everything else. Look at all of this beautiful stuff. And they've got a website. It's clockshop.com.au if you want to go and look at some of their online merchandise. It kind of reminds me of this little place I walked into where was it? Somewhere in the Italian Alps, and Ladina was the name, and the name of the town will come to me here shortly. But look at all of these beautiful little souvenirs, things you can buy here. Wonderful. Very, very nice. Oh my goodness. Look at all of these cuckoo clocks. Wow. I wonder if they're all set to the actual time. I would imagine that they probably are. That's something. And then just over here you have the steins in the windows. You know, you've heard of how much is that puppy in the window? Well, now you can say how much is that? How much are those little elves in the window? Look at that. Okay. Just fantastic. And over here they've got all types of stuff for Christmas. Where I could just do a whole video just inside this store alone, I would imagine. But let's get on with the tour. Continuing on with the tour, there is a wonderful little cafe just off here to the left that I happened to walk through on my way from the parking lot, and I will just take a little bit of a side trip and just kind of show you the Beautiful buildings. There's actually inside this gallery here, the Camphor Cottage art exhibition of the art of Dr. Seuss. And I didn't have the camera going at the time, but the owner followed me back out to the street wondering if I had been filming inside. And I had to let him know that I wasn't. But if you want the best scone in town, this is probably where you want to come, right here, to this little cottage. At least that's what the sign says. It says it's the best scone in town. And then just over here you've got a Gold and Silver and Montville's House of Fashion. Then you actually have a ginger shop right here. I can't remember the last time that I saw a ginger shop, and they probably stock local products. They've got Budarum ginger and Gourmet Africa and Nutworks and Terra Australis and all the good stuff here. So you could come here and get yourself some wonderful. Well, they've got tea. They've got just about everything that you could possibly want here at the Budarum Ginger Shop, Gifts and Gourmet. And just up from the cafe, you have the Cadman Cottage, products for the soul. If you wanted to go in and get yourself a product for your soul. Looks like they got all types of different little things that you can hang on the wall or put in the garden. So it's actually going up a little bit of a hill. This little town kind of reminds me of like Carmel in California. Just a little town, little main street with all types of little boutique shops and what have you. Here we go to see a big water wheel just up on this building up ahead. Here's a little shop called Bedlam, and they've got a lot of different little things that you can hang from your patio and what have you. Look at some of those. There's a little dog that you could put on your front porch right there. Or is that a rabbit? No, that's a dog. And this is the Catherine Wood Fine Art. Look at this beautiful building right here. Water wheel, I would imagine that they call that. Here they have Bella Cucina, and here is Inside India. I don't know that I'll ever hear the word India again and not think of the wonderful family that I stayed with in Toowoomba. Tariq and Minal and Taj and Sophie and Ryan. So there's your shop there, Inside India, if you wanted to come and get a little bit of India. And look at this building right here. It's just very, very beautiful. Catherine Wood Fine Art. What a nice home. Look at that. Beautiful stonework. See if we can't go look at the water wheel. Keep wanting to say windmill, but no, it's not. And as I walk past, you can see the beautiful flowers here. Look at that. Definitely a nice place to come and spend an afternoon just kind of walking around. Look at this here. Very nice. Isn't that wonderful? And look at this interesting tree. Isn't that something? Look at that. Somebody out there saying that looks like their hair on a bad day. Here's a nice gallery that you can come to. Look at this beautiful, beautiful spot. And here is a look at that picture on the front of the building right there. Just like, what a beautiful spot that is. Just representative of how beautiful Australia is as a whole. It really is a special place. And you know, there'll be people years from now that are planning a trip to the land down under, and they'll be able to go to all of these places virtually through my videos before planning their trip. So I think we're almost up toward the end of the main street. There's a building. Look at, want to have yourself an espresso. Here's another cottage. No shortage of cottages up here. That's one thing that I'm noticing. Just lots of cottages. Connemara Cottage, established 1984. On average, Montville is on average about 430 meters above sea level, which not only means glorious views over the Sunshine Coast and hinterland, it also provides residents and visitors with one of the most comfortable climates in the world. So if you're looking for a comfortable climate, this is probably where you'd want to go to Montville. And you could get yourself a waffle. You see, they've got Waffle On Cafe, specializing in European favorites: German bratwurst, Dutch croquettes, and frikandel. Look at that. So they've got, looks like a little supermarket there in the back. Very nice. The village of Montville has a residential population of about 350 people. When including the immediate area to Kundalila Falls and Balmoral Lookout, the population's about 750. So there are not a lot of people that live here. This looks like another little cottage. Look at this. Kind of like window shopping. Even they have stylish trash cans. If you can style a trash can. Look at that. Alright. I'm just about ready to turn around and go down the other side of the street here. There's another antique. You want to get yourself some antiques, you'd come here to the Montville Antiques. Right there. On average, Montville residents receive just over 7 hours of sunshine each day. 7 hours of sunshine. Summer temperatures range between 21 to 28 degrees. Winters are normally dry and sunny with cool nights when the temperature drops to 10 to 15 degrees. There's a place here called Montville Woods. And they're selling some different wood here. Look at this. You can come and pick yourself out a nice Nice piece of wood there. There's a camper. I'd imagine that they'd be making you a table or what have you. Fantastic. Really, really nice. That's the wood galley. They're actually having a crafts fair here. I'm just about 2 weeks early. Else I'd be having a nice little crafts fair that I would have been able to share with you. There's the Sunshine Coast Arts and Crafts, local handmade crafts. All right, so I'm about ready to turn around and go back down the main street on the other side. Here they have another gallery, the reflection gallery, reflecting faith's experience. Here's the church, inviting you to come on in for some prayer and reflection. Come in and rest a while. All right. So now we'll find our way down the other side of the street. I actually think that there's a little school here in town, just across the street. So I just want to go up a little bit further and make sure that I'm able to share the entirety of Main Street with you. Here's a nice little place called the Bala House. What little Main Street wouldn't be complete without some leather? Almari Leather. AlmariLeather.com is their website. I actually haven't seen a hotel here in town. Here is a place called Floret Lane. Art supplies and classes. Right there. Very nice. Just saw a gentleman ride his bike by, and I have a friend that lives in this area that has been posting about rides up into this area, and I must say that if her bike rides were bringing her up to this area, goodness gracious, my hat goes off to her. Here's the Wild Rocket microbrewery. All right, I think I'm just about up to the top of this side of Main Street at least, and I will be heading back down. I actually see some nice buildings just on the other side of the street. I see some nice buildings on the other side of the street that look to be like hotels. Here's another art gallery. Look at that. Really some beautiful flowers. Look at the flowers here. I know there's some of you out there that always appreciate seeing these flowers. Maybe Mark's wife Nancy is the flower type. Now look at this here. Beautiful. And then pan up, you can actually see the palm trees. There's an interesting sculpture on their front lawn. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube or not. I might get censored. Well, it's only a behind. All right. Now, interestingly enough, I'm glad that I did keep walking, because some of the buildings that I see just up ahead across the street look rather nice. So I will share some of those with you as I begin my walk back down. And will you look at this? Up here you've got the koala. A big old koala. And this is the crystal multiverse. It's another world. Look at the big koala right there. Isn't that something? I'm sure there have been many a pictures there in the embrace of the koala bear. Who doesn't love a koala? I think everybody loves a koala. Kind of an interesting contrast to the koala. Now we're just up. I'm just up to the end of the street, and here's the Montville Inn. See folks having a nice bite to eat here on a wonderful winter Sunday afternoon. Definitely a different climate up here than where I've been for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So this is the Montville Cafe Bar and Grill. Open 7 days, lunch and dinner. All right, so now we're going to head down the other side of the street and share the other side of the street with you. I'll share the front of this inn with you right there. So there's your Montville Cafe Bar and Grill. If you want to stop and probably get a room and a bite to eat. All right, so now going down the other side of the street without getting hit in the process by the cars. You always got to do a double take because, not being from Australia, they drive on the opposite sides of the road. But here is a series of shops in a beautiful building. And they have holiday accommodation. It says Mayfield up on the door there. Look at that. Very nice. Here they have an interesting collection. Expressions of interest, the sign says. And look at these little characters right here. Aren't they cute? Boy, very nice. I would imagine that there's a lot of people watching this video or these videos that I do and just not aware of all the diversity and the beauty that Australia has. And as I walk ahead, I can see there's a place called The Edge. It's a cafe, bar, and restaurant. And boy, what a view to behold. Look at this. I don't know if you can actually see this or not, but perhaps I'll be able to share it with you. See if I can come around just over here. Oh goodness, what a view. Look at this. What a spectacular view. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful countryside. Absolutely gorgeous. Boy, it would be quite easy to spend the better part of a day here, if not a entire day, or come up for a weekend. This place here, The Edge, looks like a Wonderful spot to have a bite to eat. You know, a name that I haven't mentioned in quite some time is Oksana. And on the outside chance that you still watch my videos, Oksana, I hope that you're doing well. Up there in, I believe it would be Connecticut. There's another art gallery here. There's a shirt hanging on the wall there that says 2020 hashtag WTF. What the, you know how it goes. Very nice. What a beautiful spot. I'm just going to let the camera roll. Try to be conscientious when I'm doing videos of how long the video is, but at the end of the day, it just really doesn't matter because people can watch as much or little of the video as they so choose. And for some people that have always dreamed of coming to a place like this, they probably watch it from start to finish. And other people who may get tired of hearing my voice may just last through all of a couple minutes. Love one another as Jesus loves us. Here at St. Mary's Church in Montville, dedicated in 1914. Boy, what a beautiful place. St. Mary's Memorial Garden and Lookout is just up ahead. Here's the Montville Village Hall, 1903. Look at that building there. I'd imagine that there's a lot of Aussies who have just never been to places like this, and just appreciate the opportunity to tag along with me on my journey across their wonderful country. Boy, looks like a water tower right here. There's a path going down over there that says private property, but boy, I wonder what is back down over there. All right, let's get back out to the street. This would be the Montville Memorial Hall, St. Mary's Church Hall, 1942, the community center. Boy, I must say, having read that information about this city, the climate really is beautiful. It's boy, what a wonderful day it is. Even as the skies start to darken up a little bit as I come to the Montville State School right here. So here's your school. Look at this. Seems like a nice school to go to. And look at the playground. You know? Look at this playground that they've got. Just fantastic. Saying the playground's not for public use. They probably put that up there for guys like my friend Skip Smith in the villages, because I'm sure if Skip ever had the chance to visit Montville and he saw this playground, he'd probably tell his wife Sue to hold his camera as he climbed over the fence to play on some of those wonderful wonderful sets that I see there. You know, Paula down in the Big Easy just wouldn't forgive me if I didn't share this with you. Look at this along the fence of the school. Very nice sidewalk as I walk down the other side of the street here. And in the sidewalk they have these tiles, if you can see this. There's Elston Guest House Montville. Has some information about a town called Elston, I would imagine. And then if I come up here, you've got another little thing with some information about the red-bellied black snake and the scrub turtle or scrub turkey and the brush-tailed possum. And what do we have up here? Look at that. I'm coming down to the end, or rather the beginning, depending on how you look at it, of Main Street. And there's one more building to share with you, and it's a building that you would actually see in see the building in a lot of different postcards and pictures if you were looking up Montville. And here it is. Look at this, the Poets Cafe. Isn't that something? Right here at Chapel Lane and Main Street. What a beautiful, beautiful spot to sit and have a cup of coffee or perhaps a bite to eat, maybe a little scone, something. Boy, what a nice place. Just beautiful. 167 Main Street. Very nice. And I don't know that I can share of any of the inside with you, but maybe I can just kind of peek the camp. Well, they have the chapel and reception here at this place. It's the chapelmountville.com.au. Is you could look up and get some information about this beautiful place. Wonderful. Maybe I can. Today's special is chrysanthemum salmon with garden salad. Boy, look at this place. Wonderful. Just gorgeous.